In this session, we are going to discuss about this determination of Stefan Boltzmann constant with the help of Stefan Boltzmann apparatus. The practical significance of this experiment is, by knowing the value of Stefan Boltzmann constant, we can calculate the total MSU power of surface. The Stefan Boltzmann law states that the total MSU power of a surface is proportional to the fourth power of absolute surface temperature. So to calculate the Stefan Boltzmann constant, we must know the Stefan Boltzmann law. So that Stefan Boltzmann law states that the total MSU power of a surface is proportional to the temperature raised to 4. And on the basis of that law, we can calculate the total MSU power. Relevant program outcomes are the basic knowledge application, that is the knowledge of basic mathematics, science and engineering. Then discipline knowledge, that is the knowledge of chemical engineering we have to apply. Then experiments and practices, plan to perform experiments and practices to use the result to solve the technical problems related to the chemical engineering. And the material management and quality control, that is manage chemicals and equipment to produce the quality chemical products. So in this experiment, as far as these program outcomes are concerned, we are going to focus only on the radiation, and in that we are going to focus on the black plate and Stefan Boltzmann law. So to increase the efficiency of any heat transfer operation in a chemical industry, we have to apply this knowledge. Then the competency, we have already discussed this competency in the previous experiment, that is to increase the efficiency and to save the energy in chemical process plant. To measure the flow rate, to check the level of the water and to measure the different temperatures. Relevant course outcome is to calculate the amount of heat transfer by radiation. So we have to calculate the amount of heat transfer by radiation concept. Practical outcome is using Stefan Boltzmann law, apparatus determine the Stefan Boltzmann constant. Now what are the affective domain related these outcomes? Follow the safe practices, maintain tools and equipments, practice good housekeeping, follow ethical practices. So in this experiment especially, we have to check the temperature of the heated water, because we are going to provide the heat with the help of the heater to the temperatures. We have to check the leakages of the water tank as well as of the hemisphere. We have to check whether the drainage wall is closed before starting the experiment. Then minimum theoretical background, we have already discussed about the Stefan Boltzmann law. Now the radiation concept, where we are applying this Stefan Boltzmann constant. So in the radiation concept, we are providing the incident ray on a surface, and some part or the fraction of the incident ray may be absorbed, may be transmitted and may be reflected by the body. If most of the absorption is done by that body, then it is called as black body. Ideally, the 100% incident radiation is absorbed by the body, then it is called as black body. But practically, near about 96% of the radiation can be absorbed by the lamp black, and that is why it is called as practically black body. So this is the Stefan Boltzmann law in a mathematical way, that is WB proportional to T raised to 4. WB is equal to sigma into T raised to 4. So this proportionality is converted into equal sign with the help of some constant. This constant is called as Stefan Boltzmann constant. Then for non-black body, this ratio of W to WB is equal to E. In some of the reference books, this W is replaced by the capital E and this WB is replaced by capital E suffix B. So this W or capital E is nothing but the MSU power. When it is only W or E, then it is the MSU power of non-black body. When WB or EB is there, then it is the MSU power of black body. So the MSU power of non-black body to the black body is the emissivity. So it is derived in the Kirchhoff's law. So with the help of this relation and Kirchhoff's law, we can put this value of Kirchhoff's law in this equation, and we get this equation that W is equal to, so this WB divided by, on the right hand side it is multiplied to E. So this WB can be replaced by sigma into T raised to 4, and that is why the equation becomes E into WB. So this WB is replaced by sigma T raised to 4, and in this way we can get the equation that is W or capital E is equal to small e into sigma into T raised to 4. Small e is the emissive power, sigma is the Stefan Boltzmann constant, T is the absolute temperature, and W or E is the emissive power of non-black body. So the Stefan Boltzmann constant value is, this is the constant and ideal value, that is 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin raised to 4. Now this W or emissive power and all this, that is emissivity, and T if you put, then we can also calculate the sigma practically. Now this is the one of the experimental setup. So experimental setup may be like this or like this, and we are also going to show you the actual experimental setup in our premises. So experimental setup or the design may be a change, but the main parameters are the heater, water tank, then there is a provision to flow this water into a hemispherical tank or in other tank, and we have to provide the lamp blackened black plate inserted into the hemispherical or rectangular tank, and we have to check the temperature of this black plate. So because this black plate is going to absorb the heat radiation from the heated water indirectly with the help of indirect contact, and we have to check this temperature. So this is the general arrangement, and that is why in the control panel normally the heater temperature, the temperature in the hemispherical or rectangular tanks, temperature indicators, and some buzzer system is incorporated. So after the experiment, to provide or to clean this tank, we have to incorporate the drain wall assembly. Now whatever the sources you are going to use, that should be written here. Then precautions, never put on the heater before putting water in the tank. So before starting the experiment, you have to check whether the heater is off. Put off the heater before draining the water from heater tank also. So at the end of practical also, you have to put off the heater. Drain the water after completion of the experiment, so it avoids the corrosion. Then operate all the switches and controls gently. So these are the some precautionary measures. What is the actual procedure? First point, see that water inlet cock of water jacket is closed, because we have to provide, we have to on this wall after heating that water only. So initially water inlet cock of water jacket should be closed and fill up the sufficient water in the heater tank. So we have to fill the sufficient water in the water tank, and then we have to put on the heater. Then blacken the test disc with the help of lamp black and let it cool. So nowadays this test plate or test disc is already blackened. Put the thermometer and check water temperature. So nowadays this arrangement is also changed. Now the thermocouples or RTD is provided. We can check this temperature of the heated water from the heater tank with the help of temperature indicator only. Boil the water and switch off the heater. Now 60 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius temperature is more than sufficient to check the temperature of the black plate. See that drain cock of water jacket is closed. So before starting the actual experiment, you have to check whether the drain cock is closed or not. Open water inlet cock to provide the water from water tank to the hemispherical tank. Then see that there is a sufficient water above the top of the hemisphere. That is, a piezometer tube is fitted to indicate the water level. So with the help of this water level, we can check the water inside the hemisphere. So that is at least 50% should be filled. Note down the hemisphere temperature. So there are different locations where we can measure this temperature from 1 to 4. T1, T2, T3 and T4. Note down the temperature of disk, that is channel 5, temperature T5. Now in some of the apparatuses, these temperatures or the number of thermocouples or RTDs are different. But our main intention is to check the temperatures of the hemisphere, to check the temperature of the disk. Then start the timer, buzzer will start ringing. At the start of timer cycle, insert test disk into the hole at the bottom of the hemisphere. So you have to start the timer, buzzer will start the ringing, and at the start of timer cycle, insert the disk into the hole at the bottom of the hemisphere. Because after inserting that disk only, this black plate is going to absorb the heat and then will increase the temperature. Note down the temperature of disk every 5 times of the buzzer rings. So in some of the cases, the buzzer ring may be 5 seconds. In some of the cases, that may be take 10 seconds, that may be 15 seconds, 20 seconds or 25 seconds. So you have to note down the number of temperatures readings. Take at least 8 to 10 readings. So after getting 10 readings, you can calculate the Stefan Boltzmann constant. Now after reading the procedure, you have to write down these actual resources used by you. The company may be different, the experimental setup may be a different one. So whatever the setup you are going to use, that should be written in details in that resources used table. Then we have discussed about the procedure to be followed. The actual procedure, what you have followed, that should be written here. The precautions, that is actual precautions you have followed, should be written here. And then you should write the temperatures, that is in the observation and calculation table. So in our case, we are using the apparatus where hemisphere is there, and that is why it is written as hemisphere temperature in degrees Celsius. So in the hemisphere, there are 4 temperature measuring devices, and that is why here written T1, T2, T3 and T4. So on the basis of this temperature, we can calculate the average temperature of hemisphere. Then this is the time interval for one of the apparatus, that is 25 seconds, then 50, 75, etc. up to 225 you can measure the temperature of a disk. So this is the temperature of disk. So you have to check the T5 temperature in our case. That may be a T4 temperature or T6 temperature in other apparatus also. But in our case, we have to measure this temperature T5. So we can measure this temperature after every 25 seconds or every 5 seconds also. So our buzzer system is of 5 seconds. We can change this table and we can write the different reading every 5 seconds. So this is the T1 to T4 temperature. This is T5 or disk temperature. 10 readings of this disk temperature. Then we can calculate the area of the disk. So this diameter is given. Then we can calculate the area with the help of pi by 4 d square. Then mass of test disk is already given by the company or manufacturer in the kg. Then plot a graph of temperature rise of test disk with the time. as best and find out its slope. So we can plot this graph with the help of temperature reading with respect to time only. So this is nothing but the dt by dt. Then hemisphere temperatures are 4, that is T1, T2, T3 and T4, right? So we can calculate the average temperature of this hemisphere, T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 divided by 4 in degree Celsius. So you can convert it into Kelvin by adding 273. In the same way, we can convert this disk temperature into Kelvin. So this T5 is nothing but our disk temperature in degree Celsius plus 273 is the disk temperature in Kelvin. Now our main aim is to calculate this Stefan Boltzmann constants. So with the help of this mass of the disk, then specific heat or heat capacity of water, then dt by dt, that is temperature gradient, and by area, and with the help of this temperature raised to 4 bracket, we can calculate this sigma. So we know the mass Cp, dt by dt, area, th, td, all the parameters are knowing. So on the basis of this, we can calculate this sigma, that is nothing but the Stefan Boltzmann constant. So whatever the value you have calculated should be written in the results. If the actual value, that is the sigma value from the practical point of view, is not exactly equal to the ideal value, then you can interpret the result and you can conclude the experiment, right? So on the basis of this experiment, for cross verification, you can answer the different questions like name the laws of black body radiation, explain Stefan Boltzmann law with mathematical expression, explain Planck's law, etc. Okay, thank you.